Yeah.
When you're learning a new song, do you have a technique or anything that will help apply it to actually memorize the song without having to keep reading your sheet music and everything? Or is it just...
It's a great question, actually. I'm not a big fan. Like, it's funny because I know you guys had Greg down here visiting that, and he's a big sight reader. He's a great sight reader. Wonderful, wonderful drummer. Big inspiration to me. I'm kind of the opposite when I learn songs. I've learned songs for a living. Like, I've played with bands where they're like, here's 40 songs, learn by Thursday. And I'm like, we can get somebody else. No, I got it. You know, that was always me. So I just started learning songs at a very young age. You know, tapping on things when I was 6 and learning song arrangements. You know, 8 bars this and now the pre-chorus and now the, you know, it does this. And after a while you get programmed, unless you're playing with Dream Theater or some crazy prog band with, you know, everything's in 7.5. You know, after a while you get kind of used to the structures of songs. You know, so learning. The disco and different songs, that I just got used to it. I do write stuff out, don't get me wrong. I like to write out. My chart's funny though. You know, I look back at some of the records I played and I actually kept them. They were like 4 bars Iron Maiden section, you know, Steely Dan 16 bar. Like I have this weird way of charting stuff. I don't really write notations out. So it's all up to you. To me personally, I don't like when I see drummers with their nose planted in a piece of paper, like, and it does, you know. I want to feel it. You know, when people buy your record, they don't give a crap whether you sight read it, memorized it, played with one arm. They don't care. How does it make you feel? How does it make them dance? How does it move them emotionally? You know what I'm saying? That's what it comes down to. Think about it. You know, so it doesn't matter about that piece of paper. Whatever helps you. Me personally, I never write charts anymore. I never do. And I'm not saying do that. Don't follow me. I mean, it works for me to memorize songs. That just works for me. It's hard. Billy Sheehan's last record, I had to learn 33 songs and we kept 13. He didn't tell me which ones were staying on the record. We tracked all 33. So I had to play every single one like, I hope that doesn't make it on the record because I don't like the way I played that. But, you know, you have to do it. You just have to, you know, so the more you listen to different styles of music, you know, memorize it. Put your iPod on and play along with it. Your favorite records. That's my biggest advice, you know. Play some crazy like 20-minute epic songs where I forget what's coming up, but you know what I mean? That kind of stuff, you know. But at the end of the day, when people are holding, not too many people hold CDs anymore. When you're illegally downloading your favorite music, you know, memorize that stuff and really. I'm not bitter. Don't get me wrong. It's just you know, you work hard, dang it. No. So yeah. Anything else? Really? Don't be shy. Come on. You guys know everything? Wow, teach me.
How old were you when you started playing?
I was this big. No, I was 6.
6?
Yeah. Really? I got my first real kit when I was 7. Isn't that crazy? CD 700, camber cymbals.
I saw that picture.
Did you see it?
Yeah,
right?
Amazing.
And we couldn't afford any extra cymbal stands, so my dad took a coffee table leg off, put it in the kick drum. And if you look at that picture, it's a shave down. I put a little cymbal right there.
Fresh professional.
Yeah. What was your question?
Can you explain a little bit about how you guys got into like dubstep? You know, because from what I know, it's like electronic music. You know,
big time.
So how did you guys?
It's for a drummer. For us, it's a nightmare. If some band says they're looking for a drummer and they say we're a dubstep band, we're looking for a drummer. No, they're not, because the drummer's going to. It's like. Jonathan Davis is a huge fan of electronic music, and so am I. I love 9 Inch Nails. I love stuff that, like, even though the programming takes away, I think, a little bit from the drumming, it still has this sound and attitude to it. There's an attitude to the stiffness. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm all about bending. I mean, no one's perfect in this room. If we all play to a click track, we're going to sound a little different. Some of us are going to push, some of us are going to pull. This record, I'm playing on every song. And about 4 of them actually kept my drums. Everything else is just this massive, bombastic drum programming. And you hear live cymbals, you hear China every once in a while. Like, oh, that's a real China. That's me. Yeah, I'm the best China player on the planet. But at first, it took me back. And Jonathan Davis is a great drummer. He got these linear drum beats where you're just like, what? Like, he's crazy. But he pulled me aside. He's like, man, I don't want to bum you out. Because the last Korn 3 record was... The last thing I did was all organic. We sat in a really small room, smaller than this, and wrote a song, no click tracks, 2-inch tape, We didn't fix anything. If you get Korn 3, remember who you are. Well, you have now, Dave. You can run off. It's foul language, though. Parents, just let you know. That's my disclaimer. That whole thing was like complete opposite. So this was a challenge for me to step back and go, wow, live, we're rehearsing right now, I'm using triggers. So I'm actually going to play all the dubstep stuff, but to a click track, obviously. I mean, Skrillex, Dadsik, 12th Planet, there's so many great artists on this record. And it's hard to digest for a drummer, but man, I'm so into it. It's weird. I'm really into it, you know.
Yeah.
But playing Freak on a Leash and Blind that bend like this, and all of a sudden you're going, and just, that's the only groove. You can't throw a fill in because it ruins it. If you throw one extra little snare in there, bye, you know. So it's a challenge for me. So the next Korn show, if you see it, we're doing a set, we're doing a 3-part show. We're doing all old, obscure stuff that Korn has never, ever played, ever. We're doing like Predictable and Sean Olsen and all these like crazy, obscure, if you're a diehard Korn fan, you're going to freak out. If you're not, you're going to probably go get popcorn. But and then we're doing a whole set of dubstep, 6 or 7 tunes, and then we're doing all the hits at the end. So the new Korn show is going to be amazing. If you, I don't know if we're getting close to here yet, but my point is, don't knock it just because the drumming is this program and it's not real. Try to. It's challenging to play with that stuff, man. You know, really. So.
If anyone can do it, you can do it.
Oh, thank you, David. I appreciate it. Yes.
Yeah, what about, I'm a parent, so what about
Yes.
equipment? As far as upgrading and all that, you start with something pretty basic, and then does it make a big difference, or how do you start integrating, changing up?
First of all, I'm going to interrupt you because you're a parent. This is a good thing, right? Check this out. And this is a true story. I'm not preaching. But I'm very proud to say I've been in this music business for 24 years, playing professionally, doing nothing but, and I'm 100% drug-free.
Yay!
That's the truth. Like, I don't like to preach that stuff, but I've honestly never taken a drug in my life. I like my wine, don't get me wrong, but
Awesome.
it's a wacky business, you know, so tell your kid you don't need it. All you young guys out there, it's stupid, it's a waste of freaking time, and you'll never get anywhere. So take it from me, I've lived it. I've seen people go like this and lose all their money, and now they're living underneath the Santa Monica Pier. And so, anyway, getting new gear, I mean, depends how serious your youngin' is. I mean, I didn't know, when I was 6 or 7, my parents didn't know that I'd be doing this till I was 95, you know. They just thought it was a little phase I was going through. No one in my family is musically inclined. So they're like, well, let's just buy Raymond this little kit. It's shiny and it's blue, you know. So, and they had no idea that I would spend 6 hours a day. We lived on a farm, you know, so thank God I had allergies, because we'd be out baling a hay field and I'd come back and my eyes would be like, my mom would go to your room. Well, my drums were in my room. So I just started tapping and playing along to everything, and then that turned into buying a real Ludwig kick drum. I had to have double bass, so it was a blue sparkle. Didn't match, but I didn't care. And then I went from there, and then the more serious I got, it was time to buy. My first kit I saved up and bought was a Pearl, and hence I'm endorsed now. But it's up to you. I mean, you don't have to blow a lot of dough. You know, you could buy something moderate. There's a lot of good moderate kits out there, that, you know, lower line kits. But if it's too low line, it's not going to be durable, and stuff's going to start breaking, lugs are going to start cracking. So don't go too low if you're serious about it. Get something middle of the line. You know, you go online to any of your favorite drum stores and check out. You know, it's in your price range. You know, but I know parents that go and buy this, like, you know, Mercedes-Benz of drum kits, and Johnny's like, ping, 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 ping. Oh, great. Well, I'll do a video game. Awesome. So it's like, you know, so I never quit. You know, it's like everyone's in different levels. I know people that go through it for 5 years, but you can always sell it. You know, so. But I highly recommend the new Ray Luzier for $757 Pro More drumstick. Hey, I'd like to thank my sponsors, by the way. Saving Cymbals, Pro Mark Sticks, Pearl. What's that drum pad called? Oh, Apprentice. Apprentice drum pads. And I use DW hardware. If you ever see my new Korn kit, you guys saw the poster. Like, I have this monster, ridiculous kit. That's all DW hardware and pedals. And I use Yamaha electronics now, and Ben & Jerry's ice cream. I'm endorsed by them. Yes. Every flavor. Peanut butter chocolate is the best. Heath Bar Toffee Country. Yeah, you have the Heath Bar Toffee.
There's one more sponsor.
Yeah.
It's a gentleman sitting right there.
You know.
You're playing his drums.
Who's that? Is it yours?
Zach.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, Zach. Appreciate it. Give it up for Zach, everyone. I heard you're rapping. You're rapping? Yeah? Awesome. Yeah, teach me, man. I don't know how to do that. My friend's a beatboxer, man. He's amazing. God. 64th notes with his mouth. How you doing? No, but thanks to you, because I will be doing a civil solo right now. So, any other questions? We got a bill? We got.
We're good.
We're good?
Yeah.
Thanks again.